A very good morning, children. I hope you are doing well. In today's session, let's continue with the edited extract from The Making of the Wild Meat Train by Rita Banerji and Maya Khosla, titled Back from the Brink. So, as we already know, that Rita Banerji and Shilpi Sharma were shooting deep in the dense forests of the northeast states to make a documentary film on wildlife conservation. They went into the interiors of these forests of the North Indians or northeastern states to understand the reason behind the silence of the forests. And they were accompanied and guided by three tribal men named Tai, Maga, and Jajo, who belonged to the Nishi tribe of Arunachal Pradesh. So, as they were there in the interiors of these thick forest cover, filming, they have reached a point where they found a clearing. So they happened to sit down there to get some rest. And as it was so, they were resting at that point. Rita Banerji happens to recollect how her journey in the northeast began. So actually, they had spent time in those, to make this documentary film. They have spent 5 years. They began in 2002 until 2007. They were engaged in this filmmaking. And of course, in the year 2009, they released their film, documentary film. So, as she says, in 2002, we filmed the very first rehabilitation of 2 Himalayan black bear cubs orphaned by hunting in the Bark National Park in Arunachal Pradesh. But sadly, we knew that even with a successful relocation, nothing stopped the bears from being hunted down again as adults. She is stating the fact over here. She says that in the year 2002, she, along with Shilpi Sharma, happened to shoot the film about rehabilitation of 2 Himalayan black bear cubs. These 2 black bear cubs were orphaned. They were parentless, as the parents, who were the adult black bears, were killed during hunting. These 2 cubs were restored to a new habitat and to their health in the National Park in Arunachal Pradesh. Now, Rita Banerji is expressing her sorrow over the fact that though the authorities were successful in relocating these bear cubs to a new place, nothing could stop the human beings to hunt the bears when they'll grow as adult bears. So, of course, she's asserting a fact that though they have been relocated, they have been restored, but gradually when they'll grow and they'll become adult bears, then of course, again, for some or the other reason, maybe for sport, maybe for fun, or maybe for market and trade, they will be hunted down. Hunting is common in all the 7 northeastern states of India: Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Nagaland, Tripura, Manipur, Meghalaya, and Mizoram. Thai, Maga, and Jarjo are from one of the Nishi tribes who have been hunting in these forests for generations. The animals they hunt provide food and bones, furs, and feathers for decoration and rituals during most festivals. Now, she says further that hunting is a very common practice in all the 7 northeastern states of India, that are Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Nagaland, Tripura, Manipur, Meghalaya, and Mizoram. Even the 3 tribal men who were, guiding them, Tai, Maga, and Jajo, they belonged to one of the Nishi tribes of Arunachal Pradesh who have been hunting in these forests for generations. That is, the people of the Nishi tribes have also been hunting in these forests from one generation to the other. Their older generations have also hunted down animals. And why are animals hunted by the tribes? They hunt animals to consume meat as their survival depends on it. But they also do so for some traditional or customary practices, for sport and fun, for decoration, like people tend to, wear clothes made of animal coat. It is considered as one of the high status, for money and trade, right? And for decoration purposes as well, like the furs and the feathers of the animals are used for decoration purposes as well. So these are the reasons for which the tribal people of the northeastern states were hunting the animals down from a long time for different reasons. Over the years, these tribals realized that the demand for the animals and birds they hunted was growing steadily. Hornbills, barbets, civets, squirrels, and many more rare species were making their appearance as dead meat at village markets, with prices ranging from 500 to 5,000. A barking deer was sold for rupees 6,000. But wild meat in the markets could only mean one thing: that forest after forest was going silent. There was a strange and empty sky where the wild birds used to fly. The next victim could very well be the forest itself. Now, over the years, these tribal people realized that the demand for the animals and birds is increasing in the market, as they were considered valuable. So poachers killed them to get lots of money by selling them in the village market. hornbills, barbets, species of birds, civets, a nocturnal carnivorous mammal, squirrels, and many other species which were very often seen in the forests were being hunted at a greater extent and were being sold in the village markets at different prices ranging from 500 rupees to 5000, whereas a barking deer was sold for 6000 rupees. So their appearance in the village markets was more often than in the forests. But their presence more in the village markets than in the forest means what? That forest after forest was going silent. Excessive hunting has slowly silenced much of the life in these forests. She further says there was a strange and empty sky where the wild birds used to fly. As she observed the sky, she found that it was strange, it was empty, there were no wild birds. Why? Because majority of the population of the wild birds had been hunted down from one generation or by one generation or the other to the other. And now she says and rather fears that the next victim could very well be the forest itself. Slowly and steadily, man has destroyed all the species of the flora and the fauna, right? And now she fears that the very existence of the forest will also extinguish. Now, our all-consuming goal was to document the extent of hunting and to determine whether there was any hope for the future of wildlife in the Northeast. Now she says that their sole purpose or motive was to document how much damage hunting has caused and also at the same time to determine, that is to decide or confirm whether there was any scope of wildlife in the Northeast in the future, or the damage was to such a great extent that nothing could be done or the situation cannot be restored. In the process, we spent time with several tribes, including the Aptani and Chake Sang and Nishis, and attended many of their festivals. We witnessed the traditional uses of animal parts, monkey's fur, cat's claws, the skins of bears and other animals, and the beaks of hornbills. In the time being, they also spent time with several tribes and attended many of their festivals where they performed, rituals related to the animal sacrifice, which were of course customary. So they have witnessed all these traditional uses or the customary uses of animal parts, like that of the fur of the monkey, claws of the cat, or the skin of the bear and other animals, beaks of hornbills. On one occasion, while filming in a village, we came across a young boy who had just returned with a monkey kill. He wanted to use the fur to make a new case for his dao, that is dagger. His reasons were simple. He was attending a wedding and it was a matter of prestige. It would be much better than the other boys' dagger cases. So on one such occasion, they happened to observe that while they were filming in a village, they came across a young boy who had just returned after he had killed a monkey. And what were his reasons? Firstly, he wanted to use the fur of the monkey to make a new case that is cover for his dao. Dao means dagger. A dagger is a kind of a knife which is used as a weapon, and it is sharp on both the sides, or on both the edges. It is sharp. So he just wanted to make a new cover for his dagger. So he killed the monkey so that he could obtain or procure the monkey's fur to make the cover for his dagger. He actually wanted to show off, as he was about to attend a wedding, and it was a matter of prestige, that is respect, honor, admiration. So if he would do so, of course he would be respected and admired for his strength. So this was the reason why he had killed an innocent monkey. Children, for today, I conclude the session here. Kindly go through the video, listen to the explanation carefully, and learn the meanings of the difficult words that I have explained. Till then, stay safe, stay happy. Bye bye.